Hi, my name is Brian Sabate, and I'm a University of Wyoming Extension Educator for Sustainable Management of Rangeland Resources. Today we will be talking about how to hand texture soil. This is a really great method for when you're working out in the field and need a quick method for trying to figure out what sort of soil you're dealing with.
Before we jump right into hand texturing, I think it is important that we discuss different types of soil and how soil is formed. So let's take a look at how soil is formed first. Soil scientists agree that there are 5 factors that dictate the type of soil that is formed. These 5 factors are parent material, climate, vegetation, topography, and time. Each one of these soil forming factors provides a unique influence on the type of soil that is formed. As you can see from these factors, there are many variables. Thousands of years from now, the soil that is in many Wyoming landscapes might look slightly different depending on the soil forming factors that are influencing the change. Moving on to types of soil, there are 3 different sizes of particles that help define types of soil. These 3 particles in descending order are sand, silt, and clay. Most soils are a conglomerate of at least 2 or 3 of these different particle sizes, with some being exclusively sand, silt, or clay. The different particle sizes have many influences on soil function that include water holding capacity, water availability to plants, adherence, and many other factors. To help define soils based on these 3 particle sizes, scientists have developed a soil triangle to help separate different soil types. As you can see from the triangle, there is a large majority of the soils that have a clay component. Using the amount of each particle in the soil, you can determine exactly what soil you are dealing with. Knowing the soil that you are dealing with is important when considering range management implications. For example, some plants will have differences in annual growth production depending on the type of soil they are growing in. So now that we have a little bit better understanding of the types of soil and how it is formed, let's look at hand texturing. Hand texturing is a great tool for using in the field. Keep in mind there are other soil tests out there, such as using a hydrometer or sieve system to determine the amount of sand, silt, or clay within a soil. This is a little more quantitative. So to begin, you will need to use soil, water, and a hand texturing guide.
Alright, now we're going to use that chart that we have just shown. We're going to find our soil that we're interested in texturing. You'll notice here I have 2 that I have sufficiently wetted. This one here is a little too wet, so we're going to go ahead and go with this one that we can form into a ribbon. Following our chart, we're going to make our soil into a light ball, moving it around in our hand. Next, we're going to start pushing this between our thumb and our forefinger to make what's called a ribbon. Using this ribbon, we will then be able to determine how or what our soil texture is. So, as we begin, we slowly start pushing this out and trying to look to see how long a ribbon we can make. As you can see, this soil is not making a very long ribbon. It is sticking together somewhat, which is great and gives us a little bit better idea of where we're headed. Visually inspecting can also be a good strategy for determining if there's sand in our soil. We can also see from the length of the ribbon that has formed that we are obviously not dealing with a strictly sand soil. Well, I hope this video gives you a better idea of what hand texturing soils is and how you can use it. Consulting an expert is a great resource for starting out on your own.